Hello and welcome to Crowforest Reviews. So for the last 2 years, I've taken a look at Barbie-related holiday classics. So this year, in keeping with tradition, we're not doing that. Why? Because I've literally run out of titles to pick from. So instead, let's take a look at Winnie the Pooh Seasons of Giving. I have no better ideas. It was either this or Babes in Toyland, and no one wants that. So this is Winnie the Pooh Seasons of Giving. So the movie opens with an early 3D animation title sequence.
Winnie the Pooh, tummy little gummy all stuffed with fluffies. Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, willy-nilly silly old bear.
An early 3D animation title sequence? Anyway, the movie opens proper with a happy montage of happiness.
Every season brings a reason to be happy. Every season brings a reason to be glad. When the sun is shining up above you.
Aw, isn't that happy? Anyway, the movie really opens with Tigger trying to ski, rather unsuccessfully as there's no snow on the ground. Which somehow comes as a surprise to him, despite the fact that he should have known that already. But anyway, apparently he didn't know somehow, and this prompts him to wonder when winter is.
Today's the first day of winter, isn't it? I don't know, Tigger. My watch stopped.
Wait, Pooh can tell the date from his watch? Maybe it's a smart watch. So they all go to see Rabbit, as he's the only one with a calendar. But unfortunately, Rabbit's calendar pages all blew away, and so they all think that it's February 2nd instead of November 13th. As you do.
Today is Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day?
Oh, it's Groundhog Day. What's a Groundhog Day?
It's a Bill Murray movie. I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
Spring starts tomorrow.
Exactly. Spring? What happened to winter?
It's gone. Over. We missed it.
Yep. Missing calendar pages equals time travel. That sure is how that works. Anyway, thinking that it's Groundhog's Day, they all set off to find a groundhog, and... oh no. Please no.
Huh? Groundhog? Who are you calling a groundhog? I'm a gopher, not a groundhog. What are you trying to do? Insult my ancestors?
Oh, he's even more annoying than I remember. So anyway, since Gopher mercifully declines to play the part of Groundhog, the part goes to Piglet. Because he's the next most qualified? So anyway, they all start spring cleaning, and then snow. Because wah wah.
And spring cleaning? I did tell them winter was over.
So Rabbit gets mad at Piglet for giving bad information about the end of winter. But then Rabbit finds his blown away calendar pages and he realizes that he was an idiot. So he goes to apologize to Piglet, but through a series of wacky shenanigans, Rabbit mistakes the tiny snowman for Piglet. It happens. And then the snowman melts.
He's sweating away to nothing.
He's melting. Get a bucket. We have to save him. Tigger, you're stepping in Piglet.
Right. So anyway, after that, they figure out what day it really is, and Tigger gets all excited because that means it's almost Thanksgiving. and thus we get another happy montage of happiness.
Every season brings a reason to be cheerful. Every season brings a reason you should smile.
So Thanksgiving finally comes around, and Winnie the Pooh gets ready for this joyous holiday with, you guessed it, yet another happy montage of happiness.
Hooray, hooray, today is the day to give thanks for giving and give thanks away.
Oh, bloody hell, isn't there a law against being this happy? So Pooh and his friends gather together to put together a simple meal of popcorn and toast, but fortunately Rabbit comes along just in time to remind them all that the true meaning of Thanksgiving is in fact the turkey.
Acorns, ice cream. My, no, this isn't right at all. This is not what Thanksgiving's about.
It's not?
Oh, it's about grand dinners with turkey and cranberry dressing, the once-a-year plates, and, ooh, pumpkin pie.
Sounds like you might be onto something there.
He is?
Is he?
Even if he isn't, he is.
Hey, that's Rabbit in a nutshell! So we're treated to Rabbit's presentation of Thanksgiving 101, wherein he gives everyone an assignment.
To you falls the most vital duty of all. The thing everyone so looks forward to seeing on the table.
Honey?
Turkey.
Oh, yes, of course. A turkey. What's a turkey?
Wait a minute. Aren't they vegetarians? Or herbivores? Or whatever it is you call it when an animal doesn't eat meat? Anyway, Pooh and Piglet go looking for the turkey, for whatever reason, and Pooh has this brilliant insight.
Pooh Bear, do you think turkeys are among the fiercer creatures?
Some are, Piglet. The fittest ones tend to be rather much so, while the ones which aren't are far less.
Well, I can't argue with that logic. So we get a very trippy montage of turkey hunting, which I should have a lot of questions about, but the whole time it's on, all I'm wondering is, isn't this a Christmas special? What's with all the Thanksgiving? This is way more Thanksgiving than either of my Thanksgiving specials, which had approximately none at all. It was kind of sad. Anyway, back with Owl and Gopher. Gopher is making the pumpkin pie using science!
Yes, sirree. That's what I like. A dessert with attitude. Once I crank her up to 2,000 centigrade, this baby will be done in no time.
Wait a minute. Since when is Gopher a mad scientist?
You fool! The only possible way to make a pumpkin pie is with science!
Anyway, while that's going on, Tigger and Eeyore continue their hunt for cranberries, but they aren't having much luck.
These berries aren't fresh enough for us. They're all bluish.
That's because those are blueberries.
Could be, 'cause they're blueberries.
Thank you, Eeyore. You're officially the smartest one here. And so, predictably, we get a berry-picking song number, wherein Tigger paints blueberries red to make them cranberries.
They'll never do. Tigger's love 'em red by far. Don't they're much too blue.
What? what? So Pooh and Piglet build a turkey trap and bait it with the cranberries that Tigger and Eeyore dropped, resulting in them capturing Tigger and Eeyore when they come back to pick up their berries. Typical. So they all gather together, and then Tigger and Eeyore pop out of the bag. And pratfall in 3, 2, 1. Ah, right on schedule. That's not pretentious at all. So everything is wrecked and everyone gets all depressed. But then they all come together again as they realize the true meaning of Thanksgiving, and they set up a new feast with their favorite foods. Damn it, movie! You are forcing me to play this clip!
But then everything is resolved and they learn that the true meaning of Thanksgiving isn't turkey or cranberry sauce or even stuffing. It's toast.
We're not on good terms, movie. We're not on good terms. And speaking of not being on good terms, enter Happy Montage of Happiness the 4th.
Every season brings a reason to be joyful.
And thus we begin movie 2. Or at least that's what it feels like, since the second half of this movie has absolutely nothing to do with the first half. But hey, at least it's Christmas related now.
Special delivery for a Mr. R. Rabbit.
You have a special delivery for Roger Rabbit?
Oh, here it is. It's from a Miss Cassie.
Cassie? Cassie? Tigger, let me see that. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Cassie?
It's from Cassie.
Who the hell is Cassie?
Those bullies are being mean to Gary Stu. Who the hell is Gary Stu? I don't know, but apparently he's my best friend.
Rabbit? Who's Cassie?
Thank you! Finally, someone acknowledged the elephant in the room. Oh, hi, elephant! There has never been a character named Cassie in this series. So anyway, Rabbit kind of accidentally rescues a baby bird while door surfing in the middle of a snowstorm. Well, that sentence didn't make sense.
I am so high!
So were the writers. So anyway, Rabbit apparently starts taking care of the bird for some reason, even though the bird seems fine on her own, and Rabbit is easily the least qualified caregiver imaginable.
Rabbit?
Rabbit! Rabbit!
No, Rabbit is not a rabbi. Where did you even get that idea? So anyway, Rabbit rather spontaneously decides that he likes the bird, and so he decides to teach the bird everything that he knows. Which, as you might imagine, doesn't take very long. So anyway, Tigger comes along and he wants to play.
Just drop by to see if the kiddo can come out and play.
Rabbit, please?
Yeah, Rabby, please.
Hey, don't you start that!
No, she can't. I was just teaching her something useful. How to weed carrots.
Or at least something about weed.
Ooh, is he lucky? Weeding carrots is what Tiggers do best.
Well, that and everything else. So Tigger bounces off with the bird, but through a series of plot contrivances, they end up hanging off a tree, which is in turn dangling off a cliff. Which really shouldn't be a problem for at least one of them. You're a bird. You can fly. Fly, you idiot.
Cassie! I've got to get her back!
Okay, I officially don't feel sorry for you. You are officially too dumb to live. But of course, Owl saves her.
She was absolutely made for flying.
Of course she was. She's a bird.
Why, if she were meant to fly south, she'd have wings.
She does have wings. She's a bird. So the bird goes out to practice flying without Rabbit's knowledge.
Oh, Pooh Bear, please don't tell Rabbit I'm learning to fly.
Don't worry. You're not learning to fly, so there's really nothing to tell.
It looks to me as if you're learning to fall.
See? Pooh gets it. So anyway, Pooh builds a contraption to generate thrust and help the bird fly. Which is good, because flying and thrust are like this. That's flying and that's thrust. But Rabbit finds out, and he's not happy.
You're deliberately teaching Cassie to fly, and against my wishes.
But Rabbit, you only said for Owl not to teach her how to.
Well, he's got you there. Technicalities, they get you every time.
When I say owls, I mean bears too.
What? So anyway, Rabbit stupidly gets himself knocked off the cliff, but the bird rescues him. Because it's a bird, and it can fly, and it took this long to remember it.
Cassie saved you!
Cassie? But how?
Hey, wait a minute. She can't even lift her own weight, but she can somehow lift Rabbit? How does that work? Maybe Rabbit's full of hot air. So anyway, the bird decides to fly south for the winter, and they all go to see her off, except for Rabbit. But then Rabbit finally makes it, but it's too late. But not really.
Cassie.
Did you think I would leave without saying goodbye to you?
And so we cut back to the fireplace where Rabbit was telling this story. And yes, I know that you had forgotten that this was all a story within a story. We all had. And then they all go outside to decorate their giant-ass Christmas tree, but Rabbit has a spaz attack because he forgot to put the star on top. But it's okay because that stupid bird comes back to put the star on top and save Christmas, thus proving Kirk Cameron wrong once and for all. It was this bird that saved Christmas, not Kirk Cameron. So that was Winnie the Pooh Seasons of Giving. How was it? Well, the first half with the Thanksgiving stuff was pretty good, but the Christmas half was kind of lame. It's like the team just gave up halfway through. Thanksgiving? We're going all out. Christmas? Just throw together some half-assed story about a blue Tweety bird knockoff and tie it into Christmas somehow. But still, the animation is really good. So, if you're tired of a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, this might be a good new Thanksgiving special for you. But not the Christmas half. Well, that's all for now. Until next time, here's your kid-friendly clip of the day.